God, please block anybody trying to interfere with this reading and this video. Do step in and deliver your messages to we, your children. Thank you. So let's continue the details of the case. My case between the Ptah and the US government and the UK government and the Montserrat government and the secret societies that assist them and the people employed by the secret societies that assist them and the people that come under the people that come under the secret societies and so on and so on and so on. Let's see what else God want to address in this case. So whatever message comes out in this deck, you know, it's going to be code. So we have to get our handy dandy notebook and our handy dandy pen so we can write the message. I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop. Coming in with that masculine go-getter energy. I'm not gonna stop. You see, yeah, that's the only card. What's at the bottom of the deck? Oh, we got a B. Why is the B upside down? All right, behind that we got P. Is P for Ptah. See how you drop out? Okay. B. Here I'm bad. We got H, O. Oh, we got N. I didn't see that one. She, honorable. Yeah. P, D. Honorable Police Deputy. That's me. I'm an officer of the law. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna work harder. I'm an officer of God's law. I will not be intimidated by criminals. All criminals will face justice. Because karma does not miss. The universe don't miss. Jaja does not miss. God know who you are, where you are, what you've done, why you did it, was it justified? All the details. God don't need you to say anything. Nothing. Keep your mouth locked. We got V. We got K. At the bottom of the deck, we got a question. Q. MVK. MVK. Ptah, this one is for you. God say, you know what that means. Move. Who needs to move, me or you? Okay. Yeah, question. Who needs to move? Me or you? Who's gonna be moved? Me or you? Or both of us? Okay. Careful what you wish for. When you're digging a pit for someone to drop in it, make sure you dig one for yourself too. Because you have subscribed to dropping in a pit too. What you put out in this world is what you're going to get back. What we put out in this world is what we're going to get back. When you dig a pit for somebody else, make sure you dig a pit for yourself. We got Y and Q. Why Q? Why question? The underlying issue is D and P. They switched around. Why the question? D, P. I'm hearing dip. Dipping. You've been dipping. Were you confused as to why God would ask which one of us is going to move, Ptah? You confused? Why the question? Got H. Are you tired? My cards are upside down. Why the question? The question because you've been dipping. Question is because what you think and how you think this is going to go is not how this is going to go. You're trying to move me. You're trying to move me to anger. You're trying to move me to frustration. You're trying to move me to unhappiness. You're trying to move me to confusion. You're trying to move me towards fear. You're trying to move me towards despair. You want me to be angry at God. You want me to be angry at the world. Why is nobody coming to help me? How did you spend your morning, Ptah? How did you spend your night? Did my calm demeanor upset you? I had a great sleep. You've been dipping, you trying a lucky dip. You were dipping a lot yesterday. My garbage didn't get collected. Then you come in with your water attack over my child bed again. You had to move everything again. Then you got these people saying that they want to check with upstairs to see if upstairs is available for them to come and check it out today. And I know whatever they choose to do, they're going to do something that's meant to upset us again. I know that they're going to come and they're going to say, we don't know where the problem is coming from. Again. God is watching you. But you think you're right to do the things that you're doing to me? The thing is, Ptah, I'm not like your average person. That's where you're messing up. If I was a person that was full of sin, full of hatred, full of bitterness, full of the world, and not full of knowing myself and knowing God, then you could conquer me. But I'm not that girl. I don't go around committing sins against God. I don't go around committing offenses against other people, not even against you, Ptah. Not even against you. You see the difference? You attack me and I don't fight back. All I do is I publicize what you're doing. You and the people them working with you, because you must be in cahoots with the landlord and everything. Because nobody's going to convince me that they chopped out the whole roof and they still didn't find where the problem is coming from. It was a magic trick for me to put my hand up there and everywhere actually felt dry. I know. Actually dry. It was a magic trick. I don't know how you did it, but I know it don't make no sense because it's wet. You could see water coming down. This is why I do the lives when this shit is taking place, so people can see with their own two eyes. So if water's coming down, then it's coming from somewhere, and that's not hard to figure out because the building is only so many layers. There's only so many places, and all you have to do is follow the wetness. And your people know where the wetness is. They didn't want me to know where the wetness is. They know where the problem is coming from. I know that they know where the problem, and God know that they know where the problem is coming from. You know that they know where the problem is coming from. The house has been rigged to provoke us and whoever else live here. So this is like, you see like how the CIA have safe houses. This is a house of torment built and rigged specifically for anybody that you want to torment. The fact that the water is coming down from there is it's not by mistake, that's by design. The fact that all these fumes are coming from maybe the stove or wherever the hell else you got them coming from, it's by design. It's meant to make whoever live here sick. Whoever you want to make sick, because the other person you give the antidote to. That's why it don't bother Malika. Because me and Malika be in the same bed, in the same room, breathing the same air, and I'm sneezing my head off, and she's just fine. So obviously you've given her the antidote probably when she at work or something. I know. I can figure out at least that bit. So that's why it doesn't affect her, but it affects me because I'm the one that you're after. I'm the problem. In your eyes. God don't see me as a problem, but you do. Ptah. God doesn't see me as a problem, but you see me as a problem, Ptah. And everybody who is helping you to suffer me is accumulating bad karma for themselves and the people that they love. So all of you who are happy playing a role in these attacks on me, you need to know that you are committing a crime and you are accumulating bad karma for yourself and all of the people that you love and care for, all of the people who depend on you. Your lives are going to drastically change for fucking with me. For committing all these crimes against me, your lives are going to drastically change. And it will be the fault of the loved one who chose to participate in these attacks against Chanel Green and Malika Green. So when your loved one start to suffer for their crimes, do not be angry at me or my child. Let the madness end there. They committed a crime, they're doing the time. That's it. If you choose to come after me and my child thinking that we are the reason why y'all are making less money, y'all are losing your house, y'all are suffering from liver failure and blood contamination and lung failure and whatever else God choose to do to y'all that is equal to the sufferation that you all are unjustly putting me through. You better let it finish right there. They did the crime, now they're doing the time. You need to take care of your loved ones. That's your problem. Your loved ones, they made the horrible decision to fight against me. That's why you need to be careful who you're connected to in life. You need to make sure that you're connected to people who are going to make good decisions, not only for themselves, but for everybody. If I was a horrible person, then they would have no problem. It would be my karma. But I'm not a horrible person, yet they persecute me. I'm not breaking any laws, yet they criminalize me. They intimidate me, they attack me, they hurt me, they're trying to kill me. Clearly, it's not fair. It's not okay. And none of you need to do anything to help me because God is going to fix it all. I'm not looking for anybody to come and help. God and whoever God moves in their heart and their mind, they will fix it. They have always been there fixing it. That's why I'm still in good health, sound mind, good spirits, cheerful spirit. It's not pretense. I have every reason to be fucking happy and grateful. God is good all the time. Hallelujah. Anyhow, I need to look up what that word actually means. Hallelujah. Get God's definition. God told me that a moon means that is my wish or that is my prayer. Okay, so we got more messages. Interesting. So these ones were flipped this way and this one was flipped this way. Q and Y and B again. Question why B. Q, Y, and B. Question why B. And then we have an A. So God wants us to ask something. Why B? Why B? Why something is as it is? And then the A is the answer. Let's see what the underlying issue is. Heterosexual. So heterosexuality is people who are going according to nature. Nature's way. Male and female. The way nature intended. Masculine and feminine energy. Giving and receiving. Question why B? And answer. Nature's way. What is nature's way? See, that's what a lot of us don't take the time to analyze. We live from our egos. We don't study what life be teaching us. We think that we could just make up whatever we want and do whatever we want because we can do whatever we want. We can do whatever we want, but there's a price to pay. See, that's the part that we don't pay enough attention to even recognize that there is a price to pay for the things that we do, the things that we don't do, the things that we say, the things that we don't say. The people we choose to connect ourselves to, everything comes at a cost. There's an action and reaction, cause and effect. If you do this, that's going to happen. We're doing alchemy all day, every day. I tell you, we are natural magicians. As simple of an act as you take, even breathing is. Even breathing is magic. We are magicians in that we have control over our breath. Let's say somebody's chasing you, right? And look at how much of a magician and alchemist we all are. Let's say somebody's chasing you and you run and you hide, but because you've been running, your breath speeds up and get loud. So because it's a quiet place, the person that's chasing you, they just have to listen and they can hear you breathing. They'll find you quickly. But if you hold your breath, you see, action, reaction, cause, effect. So because you were breathing loud, the person can find you. But if you hold your breath and you be still, that's magic. That's alchemy. You're controlling the situation. That's what I mean by we are natural magicians. Everything that we do and don't do is magic because we're manipulating things to control things. Okay? If you're a parent and you work all day, you come home and you're so tired that you can't cook. It's okay for you to be tired and it's okay for you to not cook. But you know what's going to happen as a result? Everybody's going to be hungry and there's nothing to eat. And the universe doesn't, well, I mean, God can take into account that you are very tired. And that's why it's good to move with God, because people who serve God and we get in that state, trust me, there's something prepared there. But if you are not the type of person to put good energy out into the world and you come home tired like that and you choose not to cook, y'all are going to be starving. And God is not going to provide for you. But in my case, God always provide because I put out good energy. So it's like when we put out good energy in different places, the universe work with us to bless us. Question why be? To be or not to be? That's why that's a thing. You know they've been going around saying this, to be or not to be. These people have studied life. They have paid attention to life and they've noticed things. That's why they could come up with all these genius phrases. Deep, philosophical. You only get philosophy, well, proper philosophy from studying reality, nature. And in order to study nature, you have to humble yourself and let nature teach you. But some of us, we want to manipulate and dictate what happens in nature. So we never learn anything. We're trying to create before we allow nature to educate. When you know what you're working with, then you know what you're working with. You know the do's and the don'ts. But if you never pay attention, all the lessons, they go in vain. And you keep making the same actions over and over and getting the same results over and over until you snap out, of that mechanical way of being. You're a human being. You're a human being. If you always do what you've done, you will always get what you've gotten. So if you don't like what you're getting, you have to do something different. Question why be? To be or not to be? To do or not to do? The answer is nature's way, the way nature intended. So if you're wondering, should you do something or should you not? Should you say something, should you not? You need to, what's the word? Analyze how nature works to determine what the outcome will be. Forethought. Forethought. Theorize before you Visualize. Do the theory, like risk assessment, before you make the move. What are the possible outcomes? And you need to be realistic according to what you know about the subject matter that you are studying. Stop making up your own truths in your head about that matter that you're studying or wanting to get involved in. Only the truth shall set us free. Only the truth will get us the right outcome, will lead us to the right outcome. The truth will lead us to making the right decisions so that we can get the outcome that we desire. Now the question is, what you desire, are you meant to get that? Is it meant to be? That's another question. How do you know if it is or is not meant to be? Is it nature's way? Is it the way nature intended? This is why they talk about alignment. Alignment, the highest grade of alignment is not alignment with the people around you. It's not alignment with your fortune or your riches. It's alignment with nature. Alignment with the universe. Alignment with the creator and sustainer of all things. Alignment. Why? Because when you're in alignment with these elements, you will experience everything and you will encounter everyone only that which will help you to become the best version of whatever you are destined to be. AKA, mind your business. If you're minding your own business, you will only encounter circumstances and people that are in alignment with self. And if God or nature doesn't desire for any outside interference to get on that path to have access to you, it cannot. It can never. Nature's way. First, I. Nature's way first. Ptah. Nature's way comes first, Ptah. Mr. P. So that's why you need to question to be or not to be, to do or not to do before you do, or else you're going to put your whole self in do-do. Because if you're outside of nature's way, you do not have nature's protection. If you are out of alignment with what you should be or who you should be, you are not protected. And when it comes to me, you are not protected, Ptah. If I was out of alignment, then it'd be open season for me. But I work too hard consciously to be in alignment with nature and God. I'm not talking about with like the moon cycles and all that. I mean like following the law. I don't offend people. And if I do ever offend someone, it's by mistake. And if once I'm aware of it, I will apologize like a decent person should. I do not put negative energy out into the world, not even with thought. I don't live like that. Anybody was to search my energy and be honest about what they see, it will be some of the purest energy of all the people that they've ever checked in their life. And it's not because I'm trying to be good, it's just who I am. It happens effortlessly for me. What the hell pleasure I get out of going out there and hurting other people? That doesn't please me. It doesn't excite me. If I do it, it's out of necessity. Otherwise, I'm minding my own business. That's how I live. God see me. God know me. God know I don't deserve what you're doing to me. Because even as it pertains to changing your destiny and your position in society, but I've only come for the people who belong with us. I haven't come to ruin your evil empire. It's not my desire to do that. If people are cool with you and how you do what you do, then let them stay with you. But my people, God's people, who are not okay with this setup, the way that this system of doing things is, they have a right to know that they have a choice. We are not obligated to subscribe to your version of what life is. It's quite horrible. Ptah. That's the truth. People want better. You're doing too much just because you can. Maybe to evil people, that's fine. But when it comes to people like me who respect God's law, the rules for you change. The permissions for you change. The results for you change. So you can go around and try to ruin my reputation, you and your minions, and tell people that I'm just a horrible person and I deserve to be. But nature knows better. It's not human beings that you need to convince that I'm an evil person. It's nature and God. They run things, Ptah. It's not you and it's not me that run things. We secondary. We are just instruments, Ptah. You subscribe to the darkness, I subscribe to the light. And I have no desire to fight you. And I would love it if you stop fighting me. There has got to be another way where you can win and I can win. Because there are people out there, believe it or not, who love the crazy society that you've built. It's quite interesting, to say the least, but it's not for me. It's not for me. And there are other people out there who feel the same way I do. It's not for them. I ain't got nothing against it. But if it works for y'all, shit, do you? But don't expect me to subscribe to it. I don't know how to lie like that. I never practiced lying like that. A male is a male and a female is a female. Love is stronger than hate. The way people get it mixed up is they think that love is something that you just give to others. They don't realize that love is something that you give to yourself. So there's a time to love other people and there's a time to love yourself first. And a time to love other people first and a time to love yourself first. And that's how you truly master the energy of love. You need to know when to love yourself first and when to love somebody else first. I know what I know. I only know what nature has been teaching me. I can see what nature has been teaching. I can understand that. I don't understand what the fuck y'all are doing. How many genders did you say there are? How many genders you have the people saying there are? Just look at what you've built. The education system. Yo, the way that is set up, yeah, in about 10 years, you're gonna be surrounded by a bunch of dits. They're just gonna be walking in and bumping into everything. That's what you're creating. I don't like that. And they're falling for it because they love this AI. They love easy life. If they're cool with it, shit, that's somebody say, if they like it, I love it for them. I don't want no computerized car. I don't want no computerized door for my house. I don't want no Alexa. I don't want no robot in my yard talking about their maid. I'm not subscribing to whatever the hell you building, my good sir. Ptah. I am not subscribing to whatever it is that you are building. I can see it and I don't like it. I want when I go to a dentist, I get proper dental treatment. I want when I go to a hospital, I get proper care. I want when I send my child to school, if they're going to take my child for 6, 7, 8 hours, you better make sure that my child is coming back properly informed and developed. Do not waste my child's brain space and time. Do not waste my child's youth with the garbage. Let me calm down. To be angry or not to be angry? I choose not to be angry right now. We're just having a conversation. But you understand what I'm saying. And can you fault me for wanting better for myself, the people that I love, and my children who are yet to come into this world? You can't fault me. Neither does nature. I have a right, just as you have a right to create the madness that you're creating. That is the gift of life. But there are consequences. There are actions and reactions. There are cause and effect. That's where the problem comes in at. The law has already been written. The science has already been established. All you need is some foresight. Pay attention. Question why be? To be or not to be? To do or not to do? Before you make another move, that may potentially harm you. Okay? Ptah. Okay? Okay. Let's see what else came out with it. K. We got V. M. C. J. And S. I'm hearing covam. And then this is C. Justice for Chanel. For covam. It coming like, what I'm getting with this KVM is like, it's a code representing another code or another language, like Latin. Let's ask Google. Where's my iPad? KVM, because they're all letters. I think. Let me see. Is K a numeral? A Roman numeral? Does K represent? No, they use M and I and V and L. I don't think I've ever seen K, but this is some kind of code. But Ptah, I know you know what God is saying, but I'm nosy. I want to know what that means. But the next part says, see justice for Chanel. Kavam. KVM. KVM. It's kind of like, you know the word Nexium. Nexium is not spelt the way that it sounds. This KVM is kind of like that. When I saw how Nexium was spelled, I don't even remember how it was spelled, but it was one of them code words that if you're not an insider, you don't know how to spell the word. An insider meaning part of the club is like a secret language. KVM. KVM can refer to either a physical keyboard, video, and mouse switch used to control multiple computers from a single monitor setup or a kernel-based virtual machine. used for server visual virtualization. Bumblecloth, the mouth for the word. Who is it for? Remote workers switching between a work laptop and personal PC, or server administrators managing multiple server racks in a data center. I see an image. Hmm, interesting. Yeah. Let me see what it says KVM represent again. It says KVM can refer to either a physical keyboard, video, and mouse switch used to control multiple computers from a single monitor setup, or a kernel based virtual machine. Kernel based virtual machine. My phone I make be nice. Let's see, kernel-based virtual machine or virtualization. In computing, KVM refers to open source virtualization technology built directly into the Linux kernel. I don't know what that is. Who is it for? Software developers, system administrators, and enterprise IT teams. Huh. How it works. It turns Linux or Linux, Linux, into a hypervisor, allowing you to run multiple isolated virtual machines, each with its own virtualized operating system, like Windows or other Linux distributions, on a single physical machine. It's like they're both saying basically the same thing. So it's being able to control multiple things from one space. If you want to look at the term KVM in a general sense, let's say we were to put it in, like, take it out of computing, from the remove it from the computing aspect, and relate it to a general aspect, is basically saying being able to control multiple things from one thing. Okay, so let's see how that applies to the message that we're getting here. Malika texted me as well. Hold on, let me see what Malika's saying. Okay, so Malika just said that the man about the water attack business might call. So we'll go ahead until that happens. So being able to control multiple things from one. Okay. And then we got C, justice for Chanel. Huh. So it's like it's either a warning or a threat, because it's like universe want you to know, God want you to know that it can control many things from one source. So it's kind of like messing with me. I'm just one person, but the reach of the backlash and the aftermath will be so wide, all because of how you're treating me. So see justice for Chanel. So it's either you gonna give me justice, or you gonna keep messing with me and God gonna make that justice take place. So God is gonna light so many fires and cause so much havoc for you in multiple places just because of this one target. Because I'm not a regular person. If I was an evil person, Ptah, God would be like, as you wish. But I'm not. If I'm an evil person and your attacks on me is justified, God would give you the go ahead and there would be no repercussion for it. But I am not an evil person. I am not trying to destroy anyone. I do not take pleasure in destroying anybody's empire, whether it's an evil one or a good one. That's why I mind my business. I don't come out here and just do government readings randomly. Because I could mess up so many of your operations if I wanted to, Ptah. And you know this. But I don't. That says a lot about my character. I'm not God. And I don't want to be God. When I asked God to make me a humanitarian, I just expected a little slice of the responsibility in making other people's lives better. God rose me all the way to the top and put me standing face to face with you. I didn't ask for this. I did not ask for this. But I don't mind either. Because I'm not here to fight you. I'm just here as a messenger. I'm here as a lesson that you need to learn. I'm not here to replace you. God has my own slice, my own people that I'm here to take care of. I don't need to infringe on your empire. Or anybody else's. But if the people want to leave, you do not have the right to keep them back. And by keeping me down, you're keeping them back. That's a crime. From that one element there, you are going to suffer a massive loss. That's Chanel's justice. You will see justice for Chanel if you refuse to give me my justice. That's a promise. The Z is the ending card. That's what's at the bottom of the deck. The end. I, G, G and E were stuck together. Why? G, E, Z, I, G, E. The underlying issue. Well, God is saying that's not necessary, but at least we know what the Z means. The Z is the ending. That's the last letter of the alphabet. And I've always said when I'm using this deck, that's my ending card. Naturally so, because Z is the last letter of the alphabet. So it's either you're going to get me my justice or God is going to get me my justice. Yeah. And that's the message that we have today regarding my case. I remember God said the 3rd of June, something is going to happen and intelligent people going to be in their house. So On the 3rd of June, when you feel a vibe saying it's time to go home, please go home. We've already been warned. And this is that blue moon uh, time. They said the 31st is a blue moon, the 31st of May. And you know these magicians, they work with the moon and they do all type of shit because they think that it's going to help strengthen their magic. There's something big that's going to happen around the 3rd of June. Anytime around that time that you feel the vibe to go to your yard, follow that vibe. Go home. You can come back out when it's time to come out. And even if you don't hear what happened, if it look like all is the same when you come back out, something happened somewhere. Go home. Okay. So, thank you guys so much for joining me. Until next time, loves. Bye-bye.